Okay, I have 3 things to say. Oh no, 4 things to say before I start this video. The first one, if my face looks really pale, I've just put some moisturizer on and I put way too much on and it's made my face look really white. So yeah, ignore that. Second thing, if you can see my laundry in the back, just ignore it. Just ignore it, okay? Let's pretend it's not there. The third thing, not even the most important thing, I just decorated my Kindle and I'm so excited. I actually made a reel, so if you want to watch my Instagram reel of it, I'm really proud of that as well. But yeah, this is how I decorated it. I'll show you properly during the video probably, but getting on to the main thing that I need to tell you. Tonight, okay, it is October 6th. Is it October 6th, Danny?
6th of October.
It's October 6th, and guess what October 7th is? It's the release date for Iron Flame. And guess where I'm going tonight? I'm going to a midnight release party for Iron Flame. And I am not the type of person to kind of do these spontaneous events, but I saw it pop up on my Instagram and I moved to Vancouver like a few months ago. And this sort of thing, I just feel like it would never happen in London, where I'm actually from, like London, England. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to it. Like, how many times do I get the opportunity to go to a midnight release party in my life? Like, I need to make the most of living in Vancouver. And even though I'm a bit anxious, I'm a bit scared, I'm doing it anyway, and I'm gonna film some of it for you. I'll probably film on my phone because I'll probably be a bit too weird if I bring my camera. Everyone might be like, what are you doing? But yeah, I get access to a sprayed edges copy. There's games, there's like gonna be other like bookish people there, and it's supposed to just be really fun. It's annoying because I live quite far away from where it is and it starts at 10 p.m. so luckily my boyfriend's gonna drive me there because I'm kind of scared to get the train in the downtown Vancouver at that time. And I think I'm just gonna Uber home. I don't know why I'm giving you this information, but I'm just very excited about it. Stop rambling now, and I will see you when we get ready together in a few hours. Okay, I just put my hair up and I'm kind of tempted to wear it like this tonight with these earrings. What do you think? Okay, you're not going to be able to tell me before I actually go, but this is just a brief interlude. Does this look cute or not? I can't tell. It's always hard to tell when you've got no makeup on and things like that anyway, but I'll see you soon. This is the last time I'll see you until then. I'm promising. Okay, bye. I read Fourth Wing this summer, so I just want to make sure that I know everything possible for the release party. So I'm watching this video, which is really good. Guys, check it out if you haven't read the book, or you've read it and you need a reason to have a recap. This is really good. I will catch you up when we're going to get ready for the party. Okay, we've got to the getting ready. What's the time? It's like 8, exactly the time I wanted to start getting ready. I'm just feeling like I look awful right now. You know when you have one of those days where you just feel like nothing is going right? Yeah, I just feel like I'm having one of those days. Finally gonna get rid of that really white skin that my moisturizer caused. So yeah, it's actually really annoying because it's a midnight release party, but it's like an hour away. So basically, I thought my boyfriend was just gonna drop me off and then he was gonna go home in the car. I feel like we both are a bit reluctant to leave me in an hour away in the middle of a new country alone. So he has offered to kind of stay in this little cafe which I found that is open till 1 a.m. By the way, if you don't use milk makeup, then what are you doing? Because it's honestly the best. It's all vegan and cruelty free. Really underrated. Okay, I believe my makeup is done for tonight. I'm very excited. Do you like it? The lips could do better, but I think I might wear this in my hair and keep my hair back like this. I don't really know, but let's try it out. Okay, the hair is done. How does it look? Look what I got. How cool is this? Oh my god. Not only did I get a bookmark, not only did I get a sticker, I got the book. Sprayed edges and all. Okay guys, it's the next day and I thought I'd give you a little full-on explanation about the midnight release party and what it was like. I feel like I have found my people in the bookish community because everyone is so nice, so friendly, so non-judgmental, and the main thing, we all have the same interest. The number one thing that I enjoyed about yesterday was the fact that I could just go up and talk to random people about my favorite books and we would all have the same opinions. We'd all be able to like chat in depth about our favorite scenes, our favorite characters, and it just feels like you're not alone in reading books in a sense. Especially before I started my bookstagram, I would read a book and like that was it. Like I wouldn't be able to speak to anyone about it really, and you're kind of just left with this feeling of like, I want to be able to talk about this because like it affected my life so much. And anyway, to be able to like spend time with like-minded people who we were able to talk about ACOTAR, Crescent City, Throne of Glass, like Divine Rivals, like Once Upon a Broken Heart series, Fourth Wing, like all of these amazing books that I've read this year. It was just so wholesome, like it was so funny, like hilarious. We would be joking about like Dane, one of the teams, because basically there was a quiz in which people got the opportunity to win signed copies of Iron Flame. Annoyingly my team didn't win, but funnily enough one of the teams was called Disdain, because obviously Dane is, we know Dane, we don't like Dane, and I just thought that was really funny. But these little like jokes that only like people who would read these kind of books would understand, and it just feels like you've got this whole little community of and like the turnout was massive. So I arrived there really early, probably like, it started at 10 and I arrived there at like 9:45 and it was deserted, like the place was completely empty. I was like, is this gonna be an event when nobody shows up? It turned out there was probably like 40 people that came, and believe me, it was from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. I genuinely thought nobody was going to show up. I wouldn't have been surprised because I was like, it's so cold, blah blah, but so many people showed up and it was just like so wholesome. I would do it again a million times. I'm praying that they do a Crescent City midnight release party, or even a release party, whatever, because it was just so cute and I made some bookish friends and it's just a memory I'm going to hold very close to me. All in all, this is just a sign to you to do things out of your comfort zone sometimes. You don't have to do it all the time, but if there's an event, especially a book event, if for something that you're really dedicated to and you really love, go to it, because chances are you'll be able to have some really interesting conversations with people. It's something that you should definitely try to experience in your life if you haven't already. I actually recommend going to like a book club. That would be a good way to meet people. Trying to find people on Bookstagram who live near your area, seeing if you could start your own book group together, and just like looking out for certain events that are on, as I say, like the one I went to. Okay guys, it's time for me to give you an update of where I am in the book. I sound very ill right now for some reason. My voice is so croaky, but let's ignore it, okay? And also these earrings have made another appearance. I feel like I'm going to wear these every video now, and if you've got any recommendations of places I can get similar ones, definitely let me know. So guys, believe it or not, I am about 60% through, so I thought it'd be the best time to give you a update on my thoughts and feelings so far and kind of discuss things with you as if you're here with me right now and we're having a fun discussion. Definitely skip this if you don't want any spoilers. But obviously when Fourth Wing, the first one, obviously finishes, we leave off on Violet realizing that her brother is still alive. He's very much alive and very much well, and he's been basically on the side of the revolution, and Xaden has known that he has been alive the whole time that he has been with Violet. This causes her life to drastically change. Of course, now her brother's alive, like everything she's known for the past 6 years since he died is a lie. And yeah, it was definitely a big ending for me. So when I started reading this, I obviously was kind of just excited to see her navigating the fact that her brother's alive, but I feel it's been a little underwhelming. Able to find out that your brother is alive after 6 years, to then just him be feeding you cookies. It didn't really add up to me. But anyway, Violet is obviously extremely pissed off with Xaden because he's been hiding this massive fact about her life, and she feels like she can't trust him, and she's kind of asking him like, can you tell me the truth from now on, like tell me everything. He's like, no, I just can't do that, I just can't tell you the truth. There's some things I'm gonna have to not tell you for your safety. And she's like, what the hell, this means that we can't be together. She obviously wants to be, she's in love with him more than anything, but she's like, mate, you can't make me constantly find out new things that I feel like I should know, and it feels like you're hiding from me. But my thoughts and feelings. So am I enjoying the book so far? I'm enjoying it. I feel like the plot is so addictive, and this is something I've seen a lot of people say. The plot is completely addictive, and it makes you want to read more, and it's quite easily accessible. You can understand what's going on. It doesn't go over your head too much. The only thing that does go over my head is all of the names of the places, and there's so many characters involved that I find it quite hard to differentiate sometimes with the personalities of each of them, because they all kind of blend into one. There's only a few standout, like Riddick, Xaden, Violet, that kind of have their personalities really apparent, but other than that there's too many for me. Not gonna lie, there's quite a lot of the book which feels quite rushed, where some scenes that could have been amazing just fall a little bit flat because they're over with, because there's so much packed into the story. I feel like this could have potentially been 2 books. Like, if you're following the structure of the first book, I feel like the second could have been split into 2 books. This is another thing. I feel like I've lost my kind of obsession with Xaden for some reason. This is my thoughts, that Yaros is sowing the seed for Xaden to die and Eric to replace him as the love interest. You heard it here first. To be fair, I think everyone might have the idea, but you best believe I'm going to read the 3rd book, and if that happens, I'm gonna write my own book. Anyway guys, that is my little update. As I say, I'm definitely gonna wait to the end to be able to give you my final thoughts, but actually I posted a poll on my Instagram story, my Bookstagram, to see what everyone else was thinking about the book, and these are the results. There's actually a lot more people who didn't like the book than I expected, but the undecided category didn't surprise me whatsoever. Anyway guys, I'm gonna get back to listening to some of the book while I do some chores, such as doing my laundry, which is really boring, but listening to an audio because it makes it fun. And yeah, I shall see you maybe when I finish, or maybe another update if anything really exciting happens that I need to fill you in on.
Yeah.
It's time to give you my final thoughts and feelings of Iron Flame, because I finally finished it after what feels like a very long time. Now this book surprises me because I thought I would fly through it the same way I did with Fourth Wing, but I actually didn't, and the reason for that is because I did not love this book. Now I've read a lot of reviews and I feel like people either loved this book or hated it, and it's actually rare that someone's in the middle like me, although some of my friends on Bookstagram have similar opinions, and I'm going to go through what those opinions are now. And in no way am I hating on, you know, Yaros. I will have to say that the book was very addictive, and I'm obviously going to pick up the next one because, you know, I still want to know what happens in the future of the book. But parts of this I just feel were very underwhelming and did not blow me away in the way that I expected them to. So the first thing I want to comment on is the relationship between Xaden and Violet, which I lost interest in very quickly. So as we know at the start of the book, Xaden and Violet are separate from each other because Xaden's a 3rd year and he's now stationed at an outpost, so she can only see him once a week. And I feel like this initial separation of the two definitely caused me to lose that interest, because any time that they would see each other, they would be fighting, and there just wasn't the tension there. They kind of were just a bit annoying. It's really sad because I may have said this before, but I definitely considered Violet and Xaden one of my favourite couples. I thought they went together so well and their tension was written impeccably, but it just felt so flat in this book. I said before that I thought Arik was the new love interest, and that maybe makes me think that Yaros is intentional with kind of making us lose interest in Violet and Xaden, because he is going to be introduced as the new romance in the next few books. I mean, considering what happens to Xaden at the end of this book, I think this is just going to be another cause for them to end it. I don't know. Another thing that I didn't like about this book is the other characters felt very one-dimensional as well. There's only a few standout characters, which are mostly people who are terrible people to start and then have some kind of arc. I mentioned this in my Bookstagram review, which I'll put here. But yeah, I don't want to hate on this book too much in this, because I obviously had such a good time at the midnight release party, and I feel like, you know, that made me enjoy the experience so much more, and if I could rate it 5 stars on that, I would. But I just feel like the book was a massive letdown for me in all the areas I mentioned in my full-on review. So guys, that is actually the end of the video, sadly, because I really enjoyed filming this. I hope you stick around for my next video, which will be reading dragon books for the week, other dragon books than Fourth Wing / Iron Flame. So if you're interested in that, stick around and leave me some comments about what kind of books you want me to read in the future. Thanks for watching, lots of love, bye.